Hey guys, it's Recon here. Before we start, I just want to leave a quick disclaimer. This video is not my usual kind of video, not a new stop motion, but this is me just going to be talking about Halo and Mega for however long I feel like talking about Halo and Mega for. So if this is not your kind of video, or this is not something you want to watch or listen to, then this is your warning to sign off right now. But if you want to stay and listen to me talk for 10 minutes about Halo and Mega, then feel free to stay. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's start off with the Halo Infinite controversy and kind of the state of Halo. So one thing that I actually wanted to talk about for a while, and I have been on my Discord for a little bit, the fuel rod spanker. Now you probably know what I mean when I say that, but the fuel rod spanker being essentially just a lazy solution to the fuel rod cannon. And I've seen files of Halo 5's fuel rod cannon being inside of Infinite, and a lot of the criticisms that people are giving Halo Studios about just importing the files and just adding a couple animations in, which is a totally legitimate criticism. Honestly, that would be maybe a little bit easier than people might think. But there's one thing I did want to mention, and this is I think this is something that gets overlooked a lot when talking about Halo Studios. Halo Studios has set aside, or has moved on from Infinite, or at least from that's what we've heard, right? There's a very small amount of people working on Infinite still, and it's a very small crew, definitely not the size that it was before. But Halo Infinite's pretty old now, so I don't blame them for moving on. But that being said, a lot of the criticism and hate that Halo Studios is getting for Infinite is being directed towards these, like, what, a couple people left. They're still working on it, and it's. I'm not trying to defend Halo Studios and 343 Industries for kind of what, because they've made a lot of mistakes. And there's been a lot of things that I can't really defend, and I don't mind 343. I'm not a huge hater, right? But at this point in time, right? I've been with Halo since Halo 3, I think, and then I got into all the Halo games after. But I think people are approaching this whole scenario and Halo as a whole with the wrong kind of mindset, because I've always kind of thought about it this way. Anything with any media, really, if you approach media, whether it's like a movie, a game, a book, if you approach something like that with the mindset that it's going to be negative, it is going to be negative 100%. For example, Halo TV show. I approached that. I approached watching Halo the TV show as it's going to be negative because I've seen like a lot of reviews, and it's a terrible show. But I think what we need to do is we need to stop thinking, oh, it should have been there in launch, because maybe it should have been, yes, but we're getting it, okay? And it's better than not getting it. I think we need to stop doing that, because it's a pointless argument. It's not going to get anywhere. You're just going to wish you had more and more, and then it's going to be like, you're not going to be happy when you do get it, right? I feel like what we should do is we should set aside that mindset, and we should move on with updates and stuff with a different mindset. Because like I said, if we keep having the mindset that everything's going to be bad when it comes out, then it's going to be bad when it comes out. And that also, kind of on a side note, you also got to give the small working team still on Infinite, you got to cut them some slack, because they're just like redigging some extra files or whatever. I'm not sure how that works, but they're just there doing their job. They're getting paid to just keep Infinite out for a little bit longer, and then it's an old game, so I think we need to give them a little bit of slack and not necessarily blame all the hate on them or blame all the issues on them. Another thing that I did want to mention, and I'm sure this has been overlooked a lot in terms of being a hater on 343, but a lot of decisions made by 343, especially in Halo Infinite's prime, wasn't necessarily made by the people who created the things for Halo Infinite, like the game developers. It may have been simply just like a higher up in maybe in 343 or in like Microsoft or whoever. So a lot of people, I bet, a lot of the monetization things and whatnot were probably not decided by, you know, the actual developers, which is sad because the developers usually get flack for something the fans don't like. And whether that can be true. There are some cases when, you know, there are things that are objectively bad in the game, but a lot of the times they get hate for things that are really not under their control, and they can't really do anything about that. So I think we should not really, unless it was the developer's fault, we should not really focus on hating developers. Rather, we should really just not like Microsoft or the higher up producers of Halo. So another thing I want to go over is the state of Mega, and kind of just the company as a whole. I don't really have any insider information, and if you want better information than kind of what I've seen, you can go to the domain, and he has really good info about that kind of stuff, right? But I find that there has not been a lot of sets recently released by Mega. I mean, we had the Mongoose. What's that? The Mongoose with the Halo TV show. I forget what the name was called. Then we had like the Warthog with all Silver Team, and we had some Banshee. Or we had that Banshee, and we had that that Hornet with the ODST and the Marine. What else? The blind bags, Halo Heroes. But we haven't really had a new series of blind bags yet, at least for a while. And I really want to get new blind bags because I've gotten all of the figures in the blind bag sets at least a couple times, and I'm just tired of seeing Kinsanos and Atrioxes just stocked at my local Fred Meyers. I want to see more, you know. So, and I don't know exactly what Mega's plan is. As I said, I don't really have a way to find that out, at least before anybody else does. But I think that we should not be worried necessarily about the state of Mega, because yes, right now it doesn't look very good, because we haven't really gotten a whole lot of new sets, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff in the making, especially with the new Halo CE, hopefully remake. More Mega sets will be released with that game, and even before that, because I've seen some really cool box art and stuff for some decent looking sets like the Fortress come to mind, and I've seen some of those for those Red vs. Blue battle packs, the Halo Infinite ones, with the Halo Infinite Chief armor, which looks fantastic by the way, and the SPI and stuff. So I think that we should take this drought of Mega, kind of as you would call it, with a grain of salt, and not to be all doomy and gloomy, because quite honestly, this is going to be, I see a bright future for Mega, especially with new Halo developments and stuff like that. So like the domain said in one of his videos, don't throw away this hobby. Continue on in this hobby, and you'll be rewarded, because I think Mega has some really cool things stored for us, and yeah, I guess we'll find out in the future. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. It's a long one. It's like 9 minutes, maybe a little bit more than that. I really do appreciate the support you guys have given me recently, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, I'd be happy to make them. No guarantees, though. I've been pretty busy with school and homework and work and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.